First of all praises to the Father Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakadash. Shabbat Shalom to all the brothers and sisters in recognition to observing this day for worshiping the Most High. Sundown this evening to sundown tomorrow evening, my people, let's get some rest, worship, and praise into the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, because this is a commandment that is to be done throughout all of our dwellings, regardless of what conditions we are in. It is just as well. Always make sure you praise the Most High and get some rest. Okay? Today's lesson basically is based off of the fall of that wicked one. Okay? And the effects that it had on the entire planet when he was cast down from heaven. Okay? A major event took place about 200 to 300 million years ago when this devil fell, okay, and was cast out of heaven because of his sedition that he caused in heaven and going against the Most High and his will. He became full of pride, affected by his own beauty and splendor, to where he wanted to be worshipped himself. And he wanted to look past the Most High's creation, which was a 6-day creation, and that is us. He wanted basically to corrupt us. And he succeeded in doing so, with so many of us, even to this day. You understand? Now, the fact that he was able to somewhat pull off some of the things that he wanted to do, and this is the reason why we're going through what we're going through, the lamentations of life. A lot of us hate, it here on this planet. A lot of us talk about be glad when the Most High come back. I'm one of them because I hate the way things are. But the main thing is to be prepared when he does. You see, because if you're not, then you can wind up, where this particular entity is going to be, and that's destroyed eventually. He's going to be set on fire from within. He will be reduced to ashes. In Ezekiel it says this, But the thing is this, we're going to briefly talk about the effects he had on this planet, on this earth, during his, being cast out of heaven. Here, there's a word called katabol. Now, katabol basically means the deposing of casting down of Satan from his high position of power in the first earth age, in which he had been the ruler of the earth. It was at the time that Yahweh judged and cataclysmically destroyed the original creation that Lucifer had no doubt corrupted. Okay? Now, when he done this, the thing is, it messed up everything. You see, this earth was one big land mass. Okay? If you can look in this little illustration I put together, where these supposedly fallen angels, was cast out. This big thing right here, meteor, when it hit that earth, when it hit the earth right here, it knocked everything loose. I'm talking about it cracked the entire tectonic plate. Okay? That's what it is. Now here, this place, this earth was called basically Pangea. Okay? And it says from about 300 to 200 million years ago, late Paleozoic era until the very late Triassic. The continent we now know as North America, that's where we reside right now, was contiguous with Africa, South America, and Europe. They all existed as a single continent called Pangaea. Pangaea first began to be torn apart when a three-pronged fissure grew between Africa, South America, and North America. Rifting began as magma welled up through the weakness in the crust, creating a volcanic rift zone. Volcanic eruptions spewed ash and volcanic debris across the landscape, and these severed continents. Sized fragments of Pangaea diverged. The gash between the spreading continents gradually grew to form a new ocean basin, the Atlantic. The rift zone, known as the Mid-Atlantic Ridge, continued to provide the raw volcanic materials from the expanding ocean basin. Okay? Now, it says right there about how Pangaea basically came apart. But this is that chasmic, climically, whatever that word is, that the Most High caused to happen when that devil hit this earth. Okay, and that's basically what it all boils down to. Now, this illustration right here is a tectonic plate. Okay, and it says here, map the Earth's principal tectonic plates. And here, where you have in the beige, all this was together right here. All of this was. But now it looks like a puzzle. You see what I mean? You got North American plate, Pacific and Arctic plate, South American plate, African plate, Antarctic plate, where we just read that, Australian plate. All of these plates, you know what I'm saying, that came apart when that old serpent hit this earth, along with his angels. Now the thing is this though, what was he trying to achieve? We're finna go over here in Revelations 12 and 7. We're just gonna start at the beginning of the chapter. You see, this devil, hated us so much that he wanted to defile the birth canal of which the Messiah would come through. And of course, that would be our dear ancient grandmother, Eve. Okay? But, now he did do, what he set out to do in a sense. But the Most High would have it to where Yahweh-Shai's bloodline would come basically from Seth. Being that Eve actually brought in Cain, which is the devil's seed. Okay? Now we're going to start right here in Revelation chapter 12, verse 1. And it reads this: And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars. This woman was basically the nation of Israel. That's what they call the woman, okay? The nation of Israel. And the crown of 12, which basically says, signifies the 12 tribes, those 12 stars right there, okay? Verse 2, and she being with child cried, travailing in birth and pain to be delivered. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and 7 crowns upon his head. Okay? And his tail drew the third part of the stars of heaven, and did cast them to the earth. And the dragon stood before the woman, which was ready to be delivered, for to devour her child as soon as it was born. And she brought forth the man child, who was to rule all nations with the rod of iron. And her child was caught up unto Yahweh and to his throne. Now that child will ultimately be Yahushai, okay, to rule with a rod of iron. See, the devil does not want us to live with discipline. He wants us to be able to walk how our flesh will have us walk, because that's how he can control us, you know. And that road of living that way is just going to get you destroyed. And that's what he wants, because he knows that's what's going to happen to him. Okay, that's basically what it all boils down to. Verse 6. And the woman fled into the wilderness, where she had a place prepared of Yahweh, that they should feed her there 1,260 days. And there was a war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels, and prevailed not. Neither was their place found any more in heaven. See, this basically predates long before, and also in the future, which is now in these end times. Okay, verse 9 to continue. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. These are the ones that followed him. Okay, now the main thing is this: what you got to understand. Yeah, they're going to be destroyed, but anybody that's worshiping him, in other words, living foul and wild, doing as you would want to do, like he said, do so as thou will, you're going to be destroyed with him. And it doesn't make any difference if you are a Hebrew Israelite. It don't. You are going to be destroyed with them. Verse 10. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength, and the kingdom of our God, and the power of his Christ, Hamashiach. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our God day and night. Okay? Now he would, influence you to do as you want, just so he can point a finger to the Most High and say, look, see, he ain't done, just like he did with Job. Basically, he told the Most High. With Job, though, if you remove that hedge around him, I can get him to cuss you. I can get him to go against you and everything else. Because the Most High told the devil, said, what do you think of my boy Job? There's no one like him on the earth. You see what I'm saying? And that's what the devil said to him. Verse 11, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb. And that's the Hamashiach people. And by the word of their testimony. And they loved not their lives unto the death. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. And when the dragon saw that he was cast unto the earth, he persecuted the woman which brought forth the man child. And to the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness and to her place, where she is nourished for a time and half a time from the face of the serpent. Okay, this is end time prophecy right here. Okay, because the devil is coming back. I mean, he's here in the spirit, but he's going to have basically, okay, you got the Father and Yahushai, which is Yahushai is the son of the Father Yahweh. Guess what? The devil has a son too, and that's going to be the Antichrist. Let's just put it like that. That's what it all boils down to. Verse 15. And the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood after the woman, that he might cause her to be carried away of the flood. Okay, and the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened her mouth and swallowed up the flood, which the dragon cast out of his mouth. And the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, future events, and that's now, which give the commandments of Yahweh and have the testimony of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. Okay? That's basically what that all boils down to. This devil won't stop at nothing. He knows he's done. He knows he's done, and he's not going to stop until he can take 2/3 of people with him. That is a lot of people throughout the earth. A lot of people. You understand? Now we're going to go over here in Matthew 25:41. No, we'll just go to Isaiah first because I want to read this right here. Isaiah 33:13. Look here. Hear ye that are far off what I have done, and ye that are near acknowledge my might. This is the Father Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai talking. You understand that? Isaiah 33, verse 10. Now will I rise, saith the Lord. Now will I be exalted. Now will I lift up myself. Ye shall conceive chaff. Ye shall bring forth stubble. Your breath as fire shall devour you, and the people shall be as the burnings of lime. As thorns cut up, shall they be burned in the fire. Okay? Hear ye that are far off what I have done, and ye that are near acknowledge my might. The sinners in Zion are afraid. Fearfulness hath surprised the hypocrite. Who among us shall dwell with the devouring fire? Who among us shall dwell with with everlasting burnings? Do you hear this, people? He that walketh righteously, though, and speaketh uprightly, he that despiseth the gain of oppressions, that shaketh his hands from holding of bribes. Now, if you're in a place of authority, like a judge or a cop, prosecutor, whatever, and any other whatever, lead over something, you can't take bribes. Okay, you just can't. But we know the judicial system is full of these kind of people. Okay, let's continue. That shaketh his hands from holding of bribes, that stoppeth his ears from hearing of blood, and shutteth his eyes from seeing evil. He shall dwell on high. His place of defense shall be the munitions of rocks. Bread shall be given him, his waters shall be sure. This is what you got to look forward to when you don't follow the devil and you do all these things that the Most High Word says right here. You see. But if you don't, well then, this is what's going to come of you. This is the Hamashiach speaking. Matthew 25:41. Then shall he say unto, let's read it again. Matthew 25 verse 41. Then shall he say also unto them on the left hand, Depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire, prepared for the devil and his angels. That's basically what's going to be. The Most High is not going to have this ever happen again. And the way he's going to stop it is to put a stop to the one who caused it in the first place. The serpent, that old serpent, that dragon, better known as the devil. Right here. That's just what it is, It's not really hard, about what the Most High wants us to do. It's these devils that are among us that make life hard as it is for us. That's what it basically all boils down to. It's these devils right here. So don't be dismayed, and don't give up. Don't always be talking about, you you can't stand, you know what I mean, this, now you can't wait, this and that and all that, you know. Be patient. Pray for endurance. Pray to endure what's to come. That's the only thing about it, is to pray for endurance and being able to endure what's to come. You see, because it's going to be so much worse than this. So much worse. To where basically what's going on now will seem like Disneyland compared to what's coming. You see, but the one that endures until the end, guess what's going to happen? You're going to get the salvation. That's what it all boils down to. That's all I got on this one, people. I want you guys to tell me what you think about this particular lesson. I hope I said something to stimulate your spiritual growth. I hope you found the lesson edifying. All praise to the Father, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakadash. People, please remember to live your life as though we're being watched. Simply because we are. This is James, and I'm out. Peace.